I cannot, not
Mere expunging the name will not suffice.
Today, for the present, since my lord is not very keen,
And they are not illiterate persons.
I cannot say anything. Insofar as item number 5190 is one, then
Is there one petitioner?
Yes, single petitioner.
So he has filed 2 writ petitions.
Yes. No, not this person. Not this person. I want to, today, if it comments to your lordship, please start with the interview.
Today, for giving direction, a threadbare hearing is required. The fag end of this part, this side of vacation, is it possible? Since due to personal difficulty, this court could not sit for certain time. The motions are there. It will take some time, Dr. Patru.
There was a confusion in the previous. Pointed out that some persons are common. They have carried distribution twice. Apart from that, serial number, your lordship, please. 379.
Petition.
Item number 379 in the list.
Tell me the number of petition.
5190.
देखो तो 5190 हाँ बार करो
5187
5190 টা দাও there are writ petitioners who filed other writ petitions who are parties to other writ petitions as petitioner এখানেই রাখো with the payment of cost, let their name be expunged. Mr. Bhattacharyya.
I do not say. They should not, present 2 writ petitions at the same time. This is not clearly impermissible. I cannot,
mere expunging the name will not suffice.
Today, for the present, since my lord is not very keen,
and they are not illiterate persons.
I cannot say anything. Insofar as item number 5190 is one, then
is there one petitioner?
Yes, single petitioner.
So he has filed 2 writ petitions.
Yes. No, not this person. Not this person. I want to, today, if it comments to your lordship, WPA 5190, WPA 5660, and and Shahidul. Those 2 petitions and 20991 of 2023. These 3 petitioners are individual candidates. They have the B.Ed qualification.
Since you have submitted that there are candidates.
Yes, that is first thing. Yes, that I am giving you a lot.
Don't shift from one issue to another now. But, what are those candidates?
He kindly takes the writ petition registered as 21077. Siddiq Sardar.
21077.
Item number 368.
Yes,
was taken it. Kindly take the trouble to serial number 9. Mrinal Kanti Gorai. Yeah, then Rafiqul Hassan, 16.
Yes.
Then 37. Shahnaz Begum. 38. Chamili Halda.
Yes.
37, 38, and 40 serial numbers.
Yes.
Then is 67. Imdadul Haq.
38 and 40,
Yes, 40,
then 67.
67 and 74.
কি নাম?
67 then 74, yes.
Individual যেটা আছে, ওইটা তো ওটা ভুলে
74,
ওটা আলাদা সেপারেট।
yes, Dr. Patro.
74.
70,
70
petitioner number 70, he has an individual petition 8073 of 2024.
সেম কোয়েশ্চন
70.
That is not the similar cause of action. That is on a different
সেপারেট
Bunch.
watch.
মানে ওর সেপারেট
Serial number 383,
কেন করেছে?
WPA 2024.
Uttam Kumar Noskor.
That is the name of the
তারা যেটা নয়
Serial number?
তাহলে সে একটা মামলা করে আরেকটা মামলা করেছে কেন?
এটা তো এটা তো
serial number.
হয় না, হ্যাঁ।
petition
সেটা kindly
number
include 70 also. একটাই ফিল করতে হবে।
না 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 ওটা
Yes, Uttam Kumar Noskor. Same advocate on record.
Yes, apparent.
ওটা
But it is a separate follow. The issue is different.
সেপারেট
The issue is different.
So let their names be expunged from array of petitioners.
Uttam Kumar Noskor, kindly wait.
ওটা সেপারেট
If 383 is taken out, then it will come out. What
No, if required in that writ petition, you file supplementary affidavit.
in 383.
But in two writ petitions cannot be made.
383 by the 70 be deleted from here.
Very well. Any other candidates, Mr. Dr. Patro?
My learned friend has pointed out 74.
করতে বলছে এই যে 383
74, he has pointed out. These are the candidates. Multiple petitions by same candidate.
The petition which was filed much later by Mr. K.M. Hussain, the matter which Mr. Pratik Dhar was representing, there are total 53 petitioners. And out of the 53 petitioners, we have identified 20 petitioners who are in other writ petitions also. So it will be easier for me to show it from this particular. I have the noting that in which writ they are appearing.
আমার পক্ষে বোঝা কি
But the issue is whether the in 10% vacancies, whether B.Ed is to be is required to be obtained within the cutoff date or not.
This is different in my 373 my matter. Different agencies are there. Only trained
So this is the first issue.
It has to make up which
One issue containing 3 petitions I have disposed of separate.
yes, those
That is different thing. Segregating those matters from this batch. Now the main issue is whether of the candidates obtaining B.Ed qualification after the cutoff date in connection with first SLST 2016 upper primary confined to 10% of vacancies for reserved for para teachers, whether those candidates are to be adjudged as an eligible candidate to for the said selection process. That is the first
point.
primary point.
But the impression which the petitioners are giving by coming more than once. Firstly, one writ gets dismissed, I might survive in some other writ. That is one psychology they are probably following. The other is to give the impression that there's a huge crowd of candidates before the court. It is huge, but they want it to look even bigger than that. And plus, it is not permissible. Since the court will be hearing it on merit after the vacation, let me come back with a proper chart showing at least the
How many candidates?
Yes, because I have the notings, but to search like this and to expunge would take a
So
lot
that
of time.
by one order this expunging can be done.
Everything that is due after the vacation.
Well, so far as my item is concerned, 366, Malad, we are the successful candidates. And what we are praying for is the interview which has been stalled because of the,
So your prayer is in sync with the prayer made on behalf of the commission.
my lord.
But if this order is passed, ignoring the right of other candidates who obtain training qualification after the cutoff date without deciding that issue, then that will not be the appropriate approach. So far this court is concerned.
Why not we hear the in entirety? So
Only another issue which Mr. Hussain is pointing out, that since the vacancies are there, even after accommodating trained candidates, so therefore untrained candidates will also be considered. That issue can be decided later.
later on.
But this is the prime consideration, Mr. Bhattacharyya. This is the first issue.
First, insofar as our
Right of candidates who are trained on or before cutoff date vis-a-vis right of the candidates who obtain training qualification after the cutoff date.
the main thrust of the entire thing. We are working as practice. The rules prescribe the 10% of the post be reserved. We are working in those particulars. Now, we were not permitted to upload documents citing various reasons. Now, my lord, what I wanted to address before your lordship first is, my lord,
But not permitting uploading of documents cannot clarify the position with regard to your training qualification, which was not there on the cutoff date.
My lord, insofar as B.Ed is concerned, we are B.Ed. My lord, 3 candidates here. My lord, WPA 5190 Sujoy Mondol. My lord, WPA 5660 Munmun Chaudhuri.
And if you are not permitted to upload your documents, Mr. Bhattacharya, if you are not permitted to upload your documents, you could have approached the grievance committee.
That is 90%.
That is not available, so far 10% is concerned.
No, it was available because grievance anybody could have raised because this is just a reserve category,
Item number.
separated. They could have approached, but the issue of uploading which my learned friend is referring to, that was much later. When the issue
Again, second phase of recruitment process started.
No, when the issue with regard to parateachers was decided by this court, that yes, only the parateachers should be excluded from the Samprasad.
Samprasad.
So when that was decided, then we called them for uploading of.
But the issue is prior to the judgment delivered by the coordinate bench.
Yes.
That issue was not addressed or was not considered by the coordinate bench. That whether the untrained candidate subsequent to the cutoff dates would be considered for the said selection process or not.
It was considered, my lord, it was considered.
But there is no reflection in the judgment. So
Therefore, that issue remains open, which requests consideration.
then that is a question also which needs to be examined. Whether it is open or the fact that the division bench did not deal with it means that the division bench was not impressed by those submissions. Simply has ignored it. That is what felt.
Keeping the issue open. Whereas since in respect of item number, writ petition number WPA 21077/2023, candidates have been identified. So therefore, let this expunging be done from the array of writ petitioners. So far, this writ petition is concerned, and other candidates, if there are,
may be taken up today. You know, if it comes, there
Yes.
3 single candidates. 3 single candidates.
that will be considered later, not in this part. Sorry. Issue.
My lord, there is another item 161 appearing in today's list. My lord, is a similar matter. It is not clubbed along with these fixed matters. My lord, kindly, if my lord has it along with these matters, that it
No, I will consider 161 separately. If I find it is similarly, then I will club it. Not now. Matters are heard in presence of the learned advocates representing the parties. Next paragraph. Mr. Vishwarup Bhattacharya, learned counsel representing the petitioners in writ petition being WPA 21077/2023 of 2023, has submitted that writ petitioner numbers 9, 16, 37, 38, 40, 67, 70, and 74 have filed other writ petitions. Therefore, names of those petitioners should be expunged from array of petitioners as delineated in the cause title. Next paragraph. Leave is granted to the learned advocate representing the leave is granted to the advocate on record representing. Leave is granted to the advocate on record of the petitioners in WPA 21077/2023 to amend the cause title and delete the names of petitioner numbers 9, 16, 37, 38, 40, 67, 70, and 74 in course of this day. So, next paragraph. Issue involved in these writ petitions required detailed deliberation, for which requires detailed deliberation. Stop. Matters are detailed deliberation. Stop. Next paragraph. List those matters for further consideration under the same heading as 3 p.m. fixed matter on as 3 p.m. fixed matters on 24th June 2025.
Only one humble in that. If it comments to your knowledge. Since 3 matters have already been decided either way. Well, I was only beseeching your lordship if the B.Ed can be separated. B.Ed there are only 3 candidates who have B.Ed. And the
So why you have mentioned this matter, that these matters are to be clubbed together, are to be clubbed?
The principal issue is uploading and everything.
You have mentioned this matter, your juniors have mentioned this matter, similar issue.
We have B.Ed qualification, nothing else. There is a NCT guideline or guidelines from the central government which says that within a time frame of 2019, if the B.Ed is done, they may also be permitted. That is one. Apart from that, these candidates apparently are B.Ed pre-2016. The issue which has detained them is the commission says that they have not given their para teacher status while uploading. That is one of the issues. That is one of the issues. So, if your lordship, if it comments to your lordship, since my lord has been kind enough to fix it, we can go.
No, then I will not fix it. Since these are different matters, it will appear in the list. No special preference.
Otherwise, then not let it appear.
Yes.
But item 371, may I permitted to file my reply to their opposition?
Decided, my lord, the issue of the B.Ed.
371.
Did it appear in the monthly list of June 2025, Mr. Bhattacharya?
No.
Separate matters.
Do not give us this gift prior to the vacation.
Yes, in which
But
matter?
item 371, my lord, I am filing affidavit reply to the opposition filed by the commission.
In which matter?
Item
WPA?
WPA 26396 of 20.
639 bar karo WPA 26396. Other fixed matters are continuing. One matter is in terms of the order of the Supreme Court.